Good morning, I'm KHOU Meteorologist Chris Ramirez. So we're tracking the cold air that is making its way across southeast Texas. We started in the mid to upper 40s this morning. We are now at a chilly 41 degrees. Right now we're not dealing with any freezing temperatures across the area, but we are expecting to see those temps fall as we head into the next few hours. So 42 out at Rice Military, Jersey Village at 41 degrees. 39 right now at Katy, 41 out at Tomball with Brenham at 31 degrees. It is below freezing just to the north and to the west of the Houston area. So this just kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to be looking at as we head into those overnight hours. Winds are a bit breezy for areas up to the north, and that is ultimately causing a fairly low wind chill. So expect it to feel like it's in the 30s across the area, even though we're dealing with some sunshine there. So looking at those feeling like 39, 33 out in Bush, 21 in Brenham, even Pearland feeling as cold as around 35 degrees. So as you probably have heard, the National Weather Service has issued a series of winter weather alerts across southeast Texas. We have that winter weather advisory that now includes Harris County. That's from Houston all the way up to Huntsville, even to the west from Katy to Columbus. That is going to be in effect from 6 p.m. tonight through 6 p.m. on Monday, as we are expecting that precipitation chance to increase just a bit going into tomorrow. So Monday is going to be the day that we're going to see some possible wintry mix to freezing rain going into the next 24 hours. There's also going to be a wind chill alert that includes areas to the north of I-10, as the wind chill is going to be as cold as 10 to 15 degrees when you factor in the cold temperatures and the windy conditions that are expected to take place in the early morning hours for tomorrow. So that includes Montgomery County, it includes Waller County, even Huntsville, definitely in that wind chill watch for tomorrow. Also, hard freeze warnings are currently in effect for areas to the north of us there, but hard freeze watch in effect for southeast Texas, as we are expecting to see several hours of temps below 24 degrees. So this doesn't mean that we're going to really get down to 24 tonight, but we will see that going into Tuesday morning as we go into Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. The difference between a regular freeze is a regular freeze is when temperatures drop below 32 degrees. You can see some light freeze damage to plants. A hard freeze is when temperatures drop to below 24, and that could cause some heavy freeze damage to those tender plants. Going into the next few hours, we're expecting just a few upper level clouds. Heading into Sunday night is when we're expecting to see those isolated spots of precipitation that very well likely could be frozen. So even though we're going to see temps above freezing, that doesn't mean that you could still see some freezing precip to ice pellets falling in some locations. This recent weather model is showing the blunt end of that freezing precip. I'm going to go ahead and back it up just a little bit to around 6 to 7 to 8, 10 o'clock. That's when we're expecting to see most of that precip to move through. It's not going to be widespread. It's going to be very isolated in nature. That definitely can cause some freezing on those bridges and overpasses heading into Monday morning, into Monday afternoon. By Monday evening, precipitation chances end. We will see those winds pick up significantly across the area, gusting up to about 20 to 35 miles an hour. Eventually, that's going to create a very cold wind chill. So as we wake up Tuesday morning, Tuesday is going to be one of the coldest days that we're going to see in quite some time. We're going to see those feels like temps at 10, 2 degrees, 3 degrees in Columbus, feeling as cold as 11 out in Pearland. And that's when you combine below freezing temperatures with the gusty conditions that will be moving through heading into early Tuesday morning. So those feels like temperatures are going to be a factor heading into the next few days. And so one thing I want to also focus on is the potential for those bridges and overpasses. If you already realize that when bridges and overpasses are at a higher elevation, you would be able to get those cooler temperatures. So roads, they lose heat evenly, but unlike normal roads, which have the ground to insulate them, those bridges can lose that heat. Cold air below those bridges can create colder conditions and freezing conditions out on those bridges. So if you are traveling Monday across the Houston area, just be extra cautious on those bridges and overpasses, as we could see some light ice accumulations up to 1/10 of an inch heading into Monday afternoon. We are expecting some very dry air moving through on Monday evening. with those windy conditions. So definitely take this as precautions, as we are not expecting a significant widespread major impact event, just the cold temperatures as well as the light chance for some of that ice accumulations to take place. So as we go into looking at those current temps right now, so if you're just now watching, if you're just now joining us, we are seeing those temps very cold right now. In combination with those winds, we started off in the mid 40s. Now we're at 42 at Rice Military, Tomball 41 out at Jersey Village, 39 in Katy. So we're definitely expecting those cold temperatures to remain in the picture. Heading into looking at those currents right now, we are in the lower 40s. Areas to the north of us are already below freezing. Even portions of Texas are dealing with single-digit temperatures. When you combine these 15-mile-an-hour wind speeds, that's going to create a feels-like temp in the 30s. So bundle up if you are outside. We're already seeing these cold temps. You have this afternoon to prepare for the cold weather, as we will dip below freezing tonight into early tomorrow morning. So looking at the current weather alerts, like I said, winter weather advisory in effect for most of southeast Texas. Of course, they're keeping those coastal counties out of the picture for now, as we are expecting light freezing rain to drizzle heading into Monday. Also, that wind chill watch will be in effect from midnight to 9 a.m. Monday. That does include the northern counties, so we can still see a wind chill up to 10 to 15 degrees for those northern areas. Current freeze alerts in effect for our extreme northern areas. Hard freeze watch. We are expecting to be below freezing, so this is likely going to turn into a freeze warning heading into Tuesday morning and even Wednesday, as we are expected to be several hours, a good 19 to 24 hours below freezing, and that's below 24 degrees as we look at the difference between a freeze and a hard freeze. You're hearing those hard freeze terminology often, but also the precipitation chance. So Monday is going to be the chance for that light ice accumulation, and then Tuesday is that wind chill factor. So we can't underestimate or underrate the Tuesday threat. Just keep in mind that we will see that precip be very isolated in nature, and also starting around 11 o'clock, even tonight, might see some of that light precip to the north and to the west of the Houston area. So even though our temperatures are going to stay above freezing for Monday afternoon, we very well could still see some freezing pellets fall from the upper levels of the atmosphere, as it is going to be a bit colder in the upper levels of the atmosphere. So going into looking at those Futuretrack temperatures, we're going to already be below freezing by 3 p.m. on Monday, and then falling into the teens for Tuesday morning. So Tuesday afternoon, expecting those teen temps lasting through Wednesday, a good 24, about 19 to 20 hours of below freezing temperatures. So definitely keep that in mind. Bring those pets, plants, pipes, people, of course, people who are limited in mobility, might want to help them out if you have any neighbors, and definitely expecting dangerously cold feels like temps, as those winds are going to significantly pick up heading into Tuesday morning. So Monday is the precipitation threat. Tuesday is that wind chill threat. And you can't underestimate that wind chill, as it very well could lead to frostbite if you are exposed to those elements. So looking at the next 7 days, temps we already hit the high for today. Temps will be falling through the day. We're going to struggle to get above freezing on Monday, and then Tuesday, once again, briefly getting above freezing, about 35, but those lows Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning are dropping into the teens. We're eventually going to warm up back to normal conditions on Thursday. Another weather system on Friday, bringing some more cooler temps, but not as cold as what we're going to be dealing with this Arctic blast. So this Arctic blast lasting from now through Wednesday, as those temps are going to be very cold for us here across southeast Texas. So we're expecting that precipitation chance to be in the picture for Monday heading into the next 24 hours. But very clear conditions for today. Make the necessary precautions to protect yourself and your homes as we head into the next 3 days as we deal with this Arctic blast. We haven't received these temperatures in quite a long time. Just keep in mind that 2023 was a year that we did not have a freeze. So it's been over a year since we've seen these bitterly cold temperatures. So stay safe out there if you're making your way across southeast Texas. And of course, stay warm, as we are going to see those temperatures fall into the teens Tuesday and Wednesday.